Hey friends, it's time for my December reading wrap up. I read 14 total books and I DNF'd 2. So let's get started. We'll start with the books that I DNF'd. They were both Christmas books. He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Alta Hensley. I tried. It was a stalker romance and he was a fireman and it just frustrated me and made me angry, and I didn't even make it to the romance part. So yeah. I also DNF'd The Christmas Book Hunt by Jenny Colgan. It was a Christmas short story about books, and I thought it would be an easy book to get through so I could say I read a Christmas book, and I swear to God, I made it 6%. And if I saw the name Mirren one more time, I was gonna throw my Kindle out the window. I don't. Finally, a Christmas book I did read. Spectacular. I read the whole thing in one sitting. It is very short. Half of this is illustrations. I love Caraval. It's like a 5-star series for me. I was so excited about this book. It was fine. I gave it 3.5 stars. I don't know what I expected from it, but it did not bring me back the way I hoped it would. This one is not a Christmas book, but it's definitely a very winter book. North is the Night by Emily Rath. First of all, it is gorgeous. Second, it is amazing. It's Finnish folklore. It's so much fun. It's sapphic. I cannot wait for the second one to come out. 4.5 stars. One I listened to on audio, it's kind of a Christmas book. Not really. It's like a cross between a Halloween and Christmas book, but The Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rosh. It was cute. It wasn't my favorite or anything. It had its moments that I was just like, it's too a little immature for me. But then also I was like, it's cute. I'll read more books by this author. I just don't know if this one was necessarily the one for me, but I can't wait for the next one. I think it's a St. Patty's Day one. So I gave it 3 stars. I thought I liked it more than that, but I guess not. I read Not for the Faint of Heart by Lex Croucher. I liked this so much more than I thought I was. I thought it was going to be like a cheesy romance that's like a retelling, and it was actually its own whole story that was like more of a fantasy story than just a romance, and I really enjoyed that about it. Good time. I'm going to read more books by this author for sure. I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I don't know, maybe I'm remembering these things different now that I'm looking at my ratings, but hey, I liked it. The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. Was it my favorite book? No. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Does it remind me a whole lot of The Cruel Prince? Yes. I felt like it was the Cruel Prince universe, only like adjacent. It was a good time. I gave it 4 stars. I read Glow of the Everflame, which is book 2 in the Spark of the Everflame series. I liked this one. I think I liked this one more than the first one because we finally got to figure some things out. She still annoyed me sometimes, and I wish he would say more, but I'm definitely going to continue on with the series. I gave this one 4.25 stars. In anticipation of reading Spectacular, which I talked about earlier, I read Finale again. I listened to it on audio. I loved it just as much as I did the first time. It was so cute. 5 stars again. I didn't expect to like this book nearly as much as I did, and I picked it up on KU because I was curious, and I had to buy a copy because I know I'm going to read it again. Quicksilver. This sneaky little 5 stars. I did not expect this to be a 5-star read for me. I really didn't. I love it. Can't wait for the next one. I listened to The Naturalist Society by Carrie Vaughn. I had an audio arc from NetGalley, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was really cute. It was kind of reminiscent of like Emily Wilde, so if you like those books, I think you would like this one. I gave it 3.5 stars. Man, I must have been critical back in December because all these ratings are not what I thought they were. Another audio arc I read was Last Hour Before Worlds by Melissa Caruso. I had no idea what this was. Honestly, like I didn't know anything going into it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed how the author treated the adult female character, and I definitely will read more from this author. I look forward to the next book in the series. 4 stars. I'm in Emma Sky's book club on here, and we read House of Frank by Kay Sinclair. I liked it. It just wasn't for me. It says it's a cozy fantasy, and while it has cozy elements, I don't believe this should be classified as a cozy book. This is deep, it's dark, it's emotional, and be prepared to cry. I didn't cry because I knew what to expect, and I kept myself at a distance from the characters, and I think that's why my rating is what it is, because if I'd really let myself go into this not knowing what to expect, I probably would have like cried a whole bunch. It's sweet and it's sad. It's perfect for those who need it, and it wasn't for me, but definitely check it out if you're interested. I give it 3.5 stars. On audio, I listened to Bittersweet in the Hollow by Kate Parsall. This is book 1 of the Bittersweet in the Hollow series. I'm actually reading an arc of the second book right now, and I'm loving it. And I loved this one. It's basically like follows these sisters who are in Appalachia, and they are sort of witches, not really. They follow folk practices, and it's kind of like a mystery thriller, gothic horror-esque. You have a lot of really fun mythology. You got the Mothwing Man, and I loved it. I'm loving the second one, and I hope this series covers all of the sisters because I don't want to leave this world, like, ever. I give it 4 stars. On KU, I saw this cover, and I absolutely went ravenous. I have a video up about it already talking about it. We have The Goddess of by Randy Garner. It is a mythology, but it's not a retelling. It is like a whole new pantheon. Like the author created the whole world, all the people. There is a city full of mages who are the enemies of the gods, and the gods are, they have their problems. And I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the second book. It comes out in March, and I will definitely be reading it as soon as it comes out. I gave it 4 stars. Vengeful. I read this book in 1 day. In like 11 and a half hours. I'm so glad there's gonna be another book. I really am. Loved this book. If you have not read Vicious and Vengeful, you absolutely should. Morally gray is my favorite color, and I love these characters so much, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. V.E. Schwab, please finish the book. Please. So yeah, that's all the books that I read in December.